Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Last night, the Rules Committee met and produced a rule, H-Res 294, providing for consideration of four measures. SJ-Res 18, disapproving of the rules submitted by the Bureau of Consumer Financial Protection related to, quote, overdraft lending, very large financial institutions, end quote. SJ-Res 28, disapproving of the rules submitted by the Bureau of Consumer Financial Protection relating to, quote, defining larger participants of a market for general use digital consumer payment applications, end quote. H.R. 1526, the No Rogue Rulings Act of 2025, and H.R. 22, the Safeguard American Voter Eligibility Act. House Resolution 294 provides for consideration of SJ-Res 18 and SJ-Res 28, both under closed rules, and 1 hour of general debate each, equally divided and controlled by the chair and ranking minority member of the Committee on Financial Services or their respective designees, and provides each one motion to commit. The rule further provides for consideration of H.R. 1526, the No Rogue Rulings Act of 2025, under a closed rule. The rule provides 1 hour of general debate, equally divided and controlled by the chair and ranking minority member of the Committee on the Judiciary or their respective designees, and provides for one motion to recommit. The rule further provides for consideration of H.R. 22, the Safeguard American Voter Eligibility Act, under a closed rule. The rule provides 1 hour of general debate, equally divided and controlled by the chair and ranking minority member of the Committee on House Administration or their respective designees, and provides for one motion to recommit. Finally, the rule provides that House Resolution 293 is hereby adopted and provides that House Resolution 164 is laid on the table. The rule before us today provides Congress with yet another opportunity to stand for consumer choice and business innovation in our nation. It provides an opportunity to defend the integrity of our elections, and it provides for a historic opportunity to rein in rogue judges and return public policy decisions to their rightful branches of government. H.R. 22, the Safeguard American Voter Eligibility Act, or SAVE Act, would amend the National Voter Registration Act of 1993 to require proof of U.S. citizenship to register an individual to vote in elections for federal office. The only people who should vote in American elections are American citizens. There should be no debate or question about that. The SAVE Act adds additional layers of protection to elections right here in our own country. It's an opportunity worthy of bipartisan support. H.R. 1526, the No Rogue Rulings Act of 2025, would limit the authority of district judges to provide sweeping injunctive relief on a nationwide or exceedingly broad scale. As of late, we have certainly seen a slew of rulings by rogue judges that surpass their own constitutional authority. Americans are rightfully concerned about this very issue. Let me be clear. This is judicial warfare in the flesh. Without question, exceeding constitutional mandates as a matter of judicial philosophy does nothing more than blight justice itself. SJ-Res 18, a Congressional Review Act resolution, would overturn a midnight rule issued by Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, CFPB, that undercuts the ability of lower-income Americans to access liquidity. To put it very simply, this CFPB's rule hurts the very consumers that it purports to protect. One of the likely outcomes of this rule being fully implemented would be low-income Americans being expelled from the financial system entirely due to a lack of overdraft protection. It's time that we add this midnight rule to the burn pile. S.J. Res. 28, another Congressional Review Act resolution, would overturn another CFPB rule that unjustly shackles private sector companies that operate within the digital asset marketplace. This rule is billed as a, quote, consumer protection, end quote, mechanism. But what it really does is misclassify an entire segment of digital products with the aim of regulating them straight into the ground. The CFPB overstepped its regulatory authority in its pursuit of subjugating the American economy in the name of consumer protection. This is another misguided rule that we must render null and void. Mr. Speaker, before I reserve, I want to take a moment to recognize the good faith efforts of Speaker Johnson in helping maintain a strong family-centric posture here in the People's House. Leading from the front and building consensus are not always easy endeavors. All of us understand this to be true. However, when done in the right ways and for the right reasons, like what the Speaker has done, we get positive resolutions. It's obvious that we have a critical mass of members on what I consider an existential question for this body, and that the related discharge effort derailed our agenda for a short time. However, we're back at our post, and our objective right here and now is to move forward. At the end of the day, our eyes must remain affixed to our very own North Star. Our North Star is governance, Mr. Speaker. Deviating from governing does not serve the American people, nor does it make good on the mandate they entrusted us with. The compromise agreement of dead pairing that was formulated and led by the Speaker and others is grounded in existing precedents, practices, and ultimately common sense. This is a viable pathway forward that meets two critical imperatives. It allows the clockwork and business of this body to remain unabated while extending due deference to our own majority's own governing principles. It is not the prerogative of this Republican majority now, nor will it ever be, to use tools of the minority to secure legislative victories. Republicans are the ones manning the helm here, and we must act like it. In addition, I'll add that I firmly believe, as do many others, that Speaker Johnson's work in addressing the concerns raised last week and taking sizable steps to further intertwine rock-solid family values into the fabric of this House are very commendable. With that, Mr. Speaker, I reserve.
Gentlewoman reserves the balance of her time.